This is Jet with Pop Boston Media, and I got MC CHUCKWAVY in the building. How's life, my guy?
Shit, man, what's happening with the CHUCKWAVY? One word, no space. Man, I don't have no complaints.
I
Man.
like that. One word, no space.
One word, no space.
It's still one word right here, so
hey,
no disrespect.
Ain't no worries. I just make sure I reiterate that. That's
yeah,
my thing.
yeah,
That's my
I like
moniker.
that.
Yeah.
One word, no space. You just make that,
yeah, but
let it be known.
Life been good, though, man. I mean, I can complain about a lot of shit, but I mean, I ain't gonna do you no
favor. Hey, if you got to vent, eventually you got to vent. But let's start from the beginning, though. Where you originally from?
Originally out of West Bank, New Orleans. Yep.
Okay, and I detect the Louisiana swag. So
yeah.
I have some family out there that I've never met, and then people are like, "You sound like you're from New Orleans," and I'm like, or just Louisiana in general. Huh?
Where?
Is it Ville Platte?
Yeah, I know. What
it's like some country.
Yeah.
They say it's country out there.
It's country, but man, everybody got their own way of doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, if you moving around, you know about Ville Platte.
No, yeah. A lot of people know when I say Ville Platte. They're like, "Oh yeah, I know that." That's the funny thing.
You know what that's.
So how was childhood in Louisiana?
Man, it was just like I ain't gonna say any other upbringing, but you got your bumps and bruises, shit life take you through on your course.
Things that mold you into yourself.
Yeah. But I mean, for the most part, man, I wouldn't take nothing away from it. It was cool, Moms did her thing as well as she could. I was raised, by my stepfather, but I always had contact with my pops. So I mean, I could get deeper, but I mean, this ain't one of them type shows. I had to be on Oprah or Maury Park.
No, hey, we could always have a part two where if you try to do some tell-all stuff, or if you're not trying to, I feel you. Hey, personal stuff is personal stuff. But like I said, it makes you into who you are. Did you play any sports?
Yeah, man. Shit. I was a dog playing that football. That's my thing, man. So.
Would you play defense, offense, or both?
Shit, whatever. Offense, defense, corner, receiver.
Would you like better offense or defense?
I really can't say, man. I just like being on the field.
You like being on the field, flying around?
I'm on the field, yeah. That's my thing, man.
It helps if you play wide receiver and then you do cornerback, because then you can know the movements.
That was pretty much how it went. I played some ball at UMHB.
And it helps you catch 2 interceptions.
Oh yeah, shit! I always had them hands. I kind of got some big hands for my size.
Yeah,
that's what always got me through. Yeah, that was me.
That boy plucked it out the air.
Yeah.
So what high school did you graduate from?
I graduated from a school called Hammond High School, but I went to L.W. Higgins, and I also went to Destrehan. I also went to Reed. I got to create the story. I went every grade of high school. I was in a different school.
That was all in Louisiana?
No.
Where?
Redan was in Atlanta, actually.
Because I see you have a lot of
Stone Mountain.
Here to here.
Yeah. So Redan.
I know Stone Mountain.
Redan High was in Stone Mountain. So man, I went my sophomore year there. So I was there with shit. It was already like who went there? The twins used to sing. They used to Jagged Edge. I wasn't in school with them,
but that's the school.
Yeah. So I was there with Lil Zane, brother.
Lil Zane
was in school when I was there. It was always some just people that did music. I wasn't really into it at the time, but I was just always around it. I went to school with a dude named Sadell, and he was cold. He man, what's Sadell name?
And this was in Atlanta.
Yeah, he rapped. He rapped with Kanye.
Oh damn.
Kanye was. Man, they gonna fuck me up for not getting this. Man, my fault though. It's just years. You go.
You say Atlanta. I'm thinking of Playboy Card, not Playboy Card.
He like man on the cool. He like
he still goes.
Yeah, he one of the coldest niggas I ever seen touch a mic. His name's Sadell. He be man, it's fucked up. He rapped. He was on a lot of. He wrote a lot of shit for Kanye too.
Damn. Well, I know Kanye's got a pretty nice writing camp.
No Dope on Sundays.
I know No Dope on Sundays.
That was his last
album. Cyhi The Prynce?
Look.
Oh,
my
okay,
bad,
damn,
bro.
Cyhi.
Hopefully edit that shit out.
Cyhi be spitting.
Yeah, bro.
That was my other one I was thinking of.
Man,
I was
look,
like,
I had Spanish class with him.
Damn.
We ain't learned no Spanish.
Was he a character? Because his bars are very. I mean,
bro,
he be spitting.
This dude used to beat on the desk like this for you, let you rap. He'll do the beat while you rap, and he'll beat and rap and kill you right after. I'm like, damn, that's the first time I really seen it. Like somebody just like that man rap. He been doing that shit.
He's nice.
Yeah.
Cyhi The Prynce.
Like, okay, yeah.
There's a lot of Atlanta spitters out there that are like Young Dro's nice like that to me. But damn, I didn't know Cyhi The Prynce. That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
When you saw him do that,
my bad, bro. And on the cool, like I really fuck with them people for it. Just man, you know.
Hey, but you've been around, like you said. So dang. So every year was it different?
Every year of high school, I was in a different school. 9th grade, I started at a school, Destrehan. Ed Reed went there.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Ed Reed,
then
one of the goats.
I went to Higgins High School. That's on the West Bank, across the river. I went to Redan, and then I wound up graduating in a little country town called Hammond, Louisiana. A dope school too. A lot of prominent athletes, come out, Yeah.
So what was the transition into music? I know you said you hung around.
Man, I was just always around it, and I never put it together. I like sports. I like the streets. So I was just always in the mix of some major shit somehow.
And music's always gonna be playing.
Right. So I think it was like my 10th. I used to stay next to a lot of a dude that had a record company in New Orleans. It was called High Power Records. That's a lot of New Orleans history, but like Lady Red, shit like that. So I was just always in the mix of some dope shit with music. And one summer I went and visited my pops out in L.A. And I had a cousin that was on John Singleton or Highwood, one of them. Whoever shot Jay-Z Hova video, he was on their production company.
I think, was it John Singleton?
Yeah. So I had spent the week.
That's dope.
I spent the week in L.A. with my pops, and I was finna go home. And so the last night, my cousin called like, hey man, you think you could stay an extra day? Jay-Z shooting the whole IZZO video down here. I could get you in there. I'm like 15, 16. So I'm like, shit, Jack. I was hearing the song the whole summer, just being up there hearing the song. So shit, I called home to mine like, hey man, look, I ain't gonna get on that plane tomorrow. There's some other shit going on, and she's so worried about my daddy trying to keep us, but you know what I'm saying, keep me for the summertime. She's not really like, no, this some once in a lifetime shit. Yeah. So shit, I got a chance to be in. I'm in the IZZO video.
That's dope.
Yeah, so that's kind of that was.
Now I gotta go watch it again and see when I can find you.
Bro, that was my wake up. That was like I was like this close. The Kanye, Dame Dash, Jay-Z. It was a bunch of people from. Remember when BT had Comic View? It was a bunch of comics out there. So
damn man, you bringing back the good times,
right?
Man.
So I was. And knowing now when I seen the Kanye documentary, man, that was like a pivotal time in their whole career. So that I'm like, damn, my history linked to that. Like I'm in there. I'm in the mix. I said
part of history.
Yeah. I
were you listening to? Were you trying to listen to their convo, like what they talking about?
Man, for one time they paid everybody like $100 who was out there. We got to eat pizza with them. They ate steaks and shit, but you know.
They ate steaks, ate the pay. But you got to get it. Yeah, you got to do what you do. Yeah.
Yeah, but we got to be in the mix with him. And Kanye, he wasn't who he was today. He had the jokes and shit. He was the loudest one in the room, but he just always had some shit to say. But it was fly though.
He wanted people to hear him rap.
He just always had some shit to say. Nobody wouldn't tell him.
That was before the wreck, right?
Yeah.
So that was before his mouth was. So dang, you saw the young Kanye because he definitely his voice and everything changed when he talked. Like it was like you could tell, like dang, Kanye sounded
you knew
way
he was
Chicago.
somebody. Yeah, you knew he was the whole time. You knew he was somebody. But Dame Dash pretty much was like you could tell he had the pop. He had, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and he ran all the videos too. He's like really hands on with the videos.
Yeah, I only seen Jay-Z I seen him when I seen Jay-Z when the money came. And I seen Jay-Z on the only when he was shooting. You never just seen him sitting around.
Damn. Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I never just seen.
Jay would just pop up to do his stuff and go back. Cause I mean, come on now.
Yeah. I mean, but the shot that I actually got in, he was there. You could holler at him, talk to him, dap him up. He came across real well, especially as a youngster at 16. That shit was a hell of an experience, bro. Like,
I bet.
It just that shit flipped my brain. Like if I could get this close to, you know what I mean, to this shit, it gotta be something here for me. And then go on and on, life happens. About 4 or 5 years ago, I was cutting hair on side of the Marathon shop, the Marathon store, Nipsey, for about a month and a half. I just started doing the music, and I was doing a lot of back and forth to Cali.
How'd you get that? Just
No, my pops got a house right around the corner on 58. So I grew up out there, went to 54th Street Elementary. So I was already integrated within the,
so you just, so I got you.
Yeah, so I just walked in there. I'm like, man, look,
seamless.
I've been away. I cut hair. I think she was Mexican, or she could have been Asian. I went holler at the lady. She was like, you got your clipper? You start the day. So I'm like, shit, I got them with me now. Like, I don't have to leave. She was like, oh, yeah, right there. Showed me to the station. I started busting them down right there.
Ready to go. That's dope.
Right there.
Damn.
Yeah, so I got a lot of historic shit I could just pop.
Yeah.
No pun intended. We don't pop.
Bro, yeah, but you talking your shit, though.
Bro, that's a lot of shit I could talk about and say that the average, not the average, just you just.
No, I mean, you're not going to be in the Jay-Z video, H to the Is, especially that video. That's an iconic video.
No, it's just some shit like, man, you can't keep that shit a secret. Like,
shit in the marathon, like, God, dog.
Yeah, bro, so just throughout all my experiences, it's kind of what made me fall in love with this shit. I always just jotted shit. I was a good writer in English classes and type shit like that. I always just wrote good, and I was good at making people see what I say, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Paint the picture.
Yeah, teacher told me that, so I just always kind of that shit stick with you.
Yeah, you never know what a teacher compliment could do to a youngin.
Man, yeah. So shout out to the teacher.
Were you Army veteran?
Yep,
Talk about
veteran.
that experience.
Man, I did.
Thank you for your services.
Appreciate you. I did 2 tours.
Damn.
OIF. Yeah, I did 2 tours. One in Baghdad, one in Mosul. Right out of high school, I got into some trouble and shit. A bunch of probation time type. I just got out, went to the Army. Like, I stayed around for like a year. That's bad when you graduate. You ain't really got no plan. You hang around.
Yeah, that's what
it was some
the clock is ticking.
Yeah, some of my people was getting knocked up, people getting locked up. So it was like, man, I got to do something. I was in an awkward situation too coming up. Type shit
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, man, I just had to get away, bro. Really. Get away. So that's what made me just jump into the Army full-fledged. It was like, man, fuck it, whatever happened. And shit, it wound up setting me up brilliant for life, though. It kind of built me a foundation. It kind of made me experience all walks of life. You know what I mean?
Dude, you're going right into different countries and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then experiencing real shit.
And coming from, shit, we just wanted to, after football, I started playing ball, I just was really in the streets, man. I just like hustling. I just like being around, getting money. I just like whatever wasn't nailed down, we were trying to put a price on it. Get that shit out of here. So the Army kind of preserved me. You know what I mean? It kind of preserved me, got me out the way. It gave me a lot of young black dudes. They don't get the professional type part of life early in life. It always come when something happened. They done struck out, or they to their last shit, and they gotta go right. They gotta go legit. So being able to just jump off into a professional atmosphere so young, it made me realize the attributes that I did have from the streets and being a knucklehead. It kind of rolls right over. You know what I'm saying? You could kind of use the same shit in just clean yourself up a little bit. It kind of go with that. But once the world beat on you and you done got all them charges, and as a black, most people just want to tuck their tail and go.
You defeated.
And farm, just conform to society. So I got a chance to be like, no, this is what I'm gonna do with me. You know what I mean? I got a chance to really see my work before somebody else took it away from me. You feel me?
Man. Yeah. Damn, right out of high school, basically, went to the Army. Bet that was some shit.
Yeah, them tours, man. Yeah, shout out to all my PTSD veterans, man.
That's what I was gonna say. What do you think about mental health for when people get out?
Man, that shit is important, bro. People walk around and put their package together, and you never really know what somebody got going on in between their eyes, bro. So if you can make the world a better place or offer some insight to somebody, 2 seconds out the day, anything. You never know what life you saving or who you talking to. You never know, bro.
Because not everybody is gonna, in a good chunk, is not gonna be able to come out of the other side. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people just
real level-headed.
Yeah.
Which it's messed up to say. It's just not. But it's not their fault. They go through all that, and then there's nothing at the end that can at least help them back into society. Right. It's just kind of like, God dang.
Yeah. But see, my whole time I already knew. I don't want to curse too much.
Man, you can go. Yeah.
When I got in, I already knew I had fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, damn, how I get myself into this shit? But I was kind of in a rock and a hard place before I got into. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make the best of it without ruining it, and see what come out of it. So man, the whole time I was in there, I always just had that my mental capacity right to like, hey man, you just do what you got to do so you can do what you wanted. You know what I mean? I knew about the college benefits, all that. So I pretty much I did my time in the Army, man. Did my 2 tours. When I got out, I jumped in the barber school. When I got out the Army, then I went to college and played some ball.
Damn, play some ball in college. What college you go to, if you don't mind me asking?
UMHB, right down the road in Belton.
Okay, yeah, I saw that on your Instagram.
Shout out to the crew, national champs, man. Them boys are always doing this shit, man.
Shouts out that. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's good. Like I said, you able to come out of that hole.
Yeah, come out of that whole thing.
And then, shit, look at my guy CHUCKWAVY, man.
Yeah.
So when did you finally go, okay, music is what you're gonna take serious?
So I was always downtown in the mix at concerts doing my thing, man. You know, just as a barber, you know, hustling the back streets, the end of the alleys and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I designed a mobile barbershop out of a Mercedes Sprinter van.
Dope.
I put the hardwood floors in there. I put a barber chair. The mirrors had running water. It was like the first shit that Central Texas seen like that.
That's some crazy stuff right there.
Yeah, so I was just bouncing around to different events, pulling up, and it was the flyest shit ever. So I just ended up making a song. It was right around, Instagram was starting to become real prominent, so I made a song for it instead of just like a regular advertisement. So I had a partner of mine I played football with. He was working at Town Hall Media in Temple, B106, and he dropped the song in the queue and got it spinning, and people just knew me from cutting hair. And like, that's Wavy. So that shit it lit up. It lit up, took fire, bro. So I just got behind. They kept asking me, like, you got more songs? I was like, man, that's just kind of a thing I'm doing for the the barbershop shit. But man, once they just kept asking me, I kept making them and shit. Here I am.
That's dope. You're like, well, they asking for it. You know what? Let's do it.
Man,
did you feel any pressure to make any more, or did it just like was it starting to come to you because people wanted it?
I had music built up. I didn't know that was the way I was gonna come across with it. You know what I mean? It was good because it's just hard nowadays. Everybody rap, so you kind of gotta have a different medium to get next to people. Then you know what? I got this going on. I cut hair.
Like a little baby.
Yeah, right.
He was a weed dealer, basically.
Right.
So
I just used it to my advantage to get people in the chair and hey man, they're like, who is that we hear? I'm like, man, that's my shit. They're like, damn, why you still cutting hair? And I'm like, so I just built up my catalog, got my own studio,
If you're gonna make that another part, you gotta do that, like not necessarily you cutting hair, but have some people once
Well, I got it was my first song. It's called, the song I'm telling you about is called Hellroom. So it's my first song I ever put out. I got a video and everything with the mobile barbershop sprinter in there and everything. So it been up ever since. It's been up ever since. And I say the Army prepared me because a lot of people get burnt out by, here go that word again, the monotony of a release, putting out a song, release, being an artist, show, interview, concert, record, photo shoot, the bullshit, being hate. It burned people out, man.
And you said you got to fall in love with monotony. That's some real shit. I like that quote.
That's the only way I survived the military. And me at the time, I didn't know that that's what it was setting me up for.
Oh, I guarantee you. Wake up, make your bed perfectly. It's got to, what they do, flick it with
dress. They call it dress right.
Yeah.
So
everything's got to be just for y'all to tear things down. You're like, what the heck? Got to dress up to tear shit down? So let's talk about, you got, let's see, Yeah Wavy,
yep.
And then you got Yeah Wavy Deluxe.
Yeah Wavy Deluxe.
Talk about the first one and then the one that's coming out on the 20th.
So the first one I dropped in 2021, right, for New Year's.
Yeah, that's the date.
Yep, New Year's. And it was just a lot. It was like a collection of songs I had been holding, waiting. The time is never really perfect. You know what I mean? As an artist, you got to get out of that shit trying to be so perfect and so scheduled. Sometimes, if it's on your heart, man, you got to get that shit out, man. So I think it was my 4th album at the time. Could have been 5th, because this is the 6th, I believe. I had a couple mixtapes in between.
So yeah, I'm trying to do
so
the math in my
about
head when I was looking at the Apple Music.
Yeah, so man, I got a couple joints off there off Wavy. It's like a song I made during quarantine, helped me, branding my. You had to switch your hustle up during that time, during the pandemic. So I just incorporated new things with the merchandise and how I was coming across the people, being different mediums of reaching my audience. So I dropped about 10 songs, 8 to 10 songs on that one, and now it's just some of the songs that I didn't get cleared or wasn't ready yet. So now I'm just reloading the album, the deluxe. But I got some. It's probably one of them first albums where like I'm popping that shit on there. Like I'm rapping on that bitch. Yeah, like
that metaverse.
Yeah.
We were talking about that before.
Yeah,
Talk about that performance, the Out the Mud performance you did for South by. I saw.
Yeah, shit. I was down there doing my sound checks because I was at 512 that night in South by. So I just went in, I did a sound check, and I came out and I seen dude and them setting up. And I was just over there talking to him. Somebody walked up like, "What's up, Chuck? Man, you wait." I'm like, "Yeah." So I'm talking to the people like, "You finna get on there and rap?" And I wasn't. But he was like, and so the dude was like, "Man, you rap?" I'm like, "Yeah." We was gonna get into that. He was like, "Man, what you wanna do?" So shit, man. They set that shit up, man. I did that shit in one take. I was on that bitch so hard. The news lady pulled up, and she was like, can we get something on? I'm like, yeah. So she pulled up, got a shot on that. That shit was live. Like, that's the kind of promotion you can't pay for.
I saw that on TV. I saw that. It was dope.
That is crazy.
That's the type of
I like how
this
shit, like good energy just follows you, bro. That just shows like you're in the right places at the right time. You just with good energy, and that's the good thing, man. Like you said.
Yeah, you get back what you put out, man. So I just try to always put out some good shit, stay in a nice headspace. I never try to. You can't be for everybody though. I might rub some people the wrong way sometimes, but you know what? Hey, man, that's life.
You can't walk around eggshells, being like, "Oh, did I hurt this person's feelings if I said this?"
Fuck all that. If I'm for you, I'm for you. If I'm not, hey, man, find somebody else. Go to the next song.
I actually saw one thing before I forget to ask. You said on one post, I saw you signing some merch, some of your stuff for a fan, and your little bro faced his fears doing performance.
Yeah, little horror.
Talk about that. Was like, how'd you get him to get up on there and finally face his fears?
He came to my merch table and I was talking to him, but he was like, head down. He was just the flyest young dude I had met. So he just talking to me, his head down. And I'm like, bro, talk to me. What come behind the table? I pulled him behind. I'm like, man, something bothering you? What's going on? So, people get down on it. They making fun of him in school and woo.
That's whack.
Yeah, he was a youngster. So I'm like, man, look, I had to put him aside and give him one of them real men-to-men kind of like, man, you ain't, like we just said, you ain't gonna be for everybody, bro. So you gotta just do you. Face your fears and go at it, bro. That's the only, he told me like sports and baseball, all kind of shit. And I'm like, man, you setting yourself up to be in the light, so you might as well develop the shit that go with it, bro. So I say, man, if you gonna be in the front row, I'm gonna pull you up on stage. You gonna get on stage with him. He thought I was bullshitting.
You got him.
Yeah, so he worked his way to the front. I'm like, man, come on. But it was a good experience though, cause it helped me too, though. Cause everybody you meeting that vibe with you, you kind of see yourself in them. Nobody likes to admit shit like that, but it's true. That's how you know your people.
Mm-hmm.
You see a quality or something in them that makes you open up and want to fuck with them. It don't matter what the level is. It's just how it is.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. So where can we find you at on social?
CHUCKWAVY, one word, no space. It's easy to just Google CHUCKWAVY, one word, no space. I got the page bringing.
I'm gonna say Google me.
Yeah,
Google me in this thing.
Yep.
I love that. And then where can we find you at on the digital streaming platform so we can get that Wavy Deluxe on May 20th?
Wavy Deluxe May 20th. But if you pre-order the Metaverse, if you pre-order the album, you get the Metaverse song right now, just on Apple Store, Apple Music, iTunes. Yeah. So I just dropped a video too, the freestyle that you're talking about. I dropped that on YouTube yesterday. So I mean, you could go see it for free, or you could purchase the pre-order the album, you get the song. So whatever you want to do, however you want to do it.
Hell yeah, bro. Hey, you laced us up with some merch, my guy. I mean, he going crazy over here.
Yeah, that's the,
SWE. What does that mean, real quick?
So Wavy Entertainment.
So Wavy Entertainment. Let's get it. Look at, he got the things here. He got the smell good.
Got all the air freshener on the back of them. Got all the social media links.
I love it. We gave you something.
Oh man, I appreciate
Pop
that.
Austin Media merch.
Appreciate that. That's
T-shirt.
That's an even swap.
Yeah. You went crazy. Hey, man, I appreciate you coming through. I like your energy. Keep pushing.
Oh, yeah.
I already know you do bigger and bigger things. Hey, man, Chuck Wavy. This is Jet with Pop Awesome Media, and I'm signing out. So Wavy Entertainment.